Hey everybody, Wendy Clinky here. Whew, so day 2 of mom in the hospital, week 2 after I quit my job or left my job and took the Doge deferred resignation package from Elon. So I'm an ex-government employee, and I'm trying to strike out on my own and build my own art business. And it's interesting. I love this whole working for myself thing. But, when you're stuck in the ER with your family members and you have certain deliverables that absolutely cannot be done, on your mobile phone, you start to get that antsy, oh my gosh, I'm behind. I have other things to do. I mean, you still want to be present, but if you're like, okay, key revenue generating activities aren't happening because I physically can't do them, that's something I have to think about. Like, all right, so how do I make myself ER proof? And I know one thing is, I think once I kind of get a little bit more time under my belt and get a rhythm going. I mean, for me right now, it's like, I need to do some painting. I really need to do some painting because I've got deliverables coming up, and I had plans for that the last 3 days, including today. And it just, well, no one can plan a trip to the ER. So my hope is that as, a little bit more time stretches out in front of me, I can start to really get ahead on those. And so that, instead of being like, okay, I've got a deliverable that has to go out like this month, like tomorrow, which is a really uncomfortable, yucky feeling. Like, I don't like that. I don't like this procrastination thing. If I can be working a few months ahead, then, hey, I have a little slippage. Like, so it's March now. I didn't get the June design painted yet. Well, it's not, the world ain't going to fall apart. Like, I can build in a buffer, but some of that requires like the time up front. And of course, I'm right now in that upfront period, which I had planned to do some of that, and I'm sitting in the ER, but that's okay. So I've been trying to make like lists of tasks of like, while I'm, at the hospital with my mom, what can I do? So some of it is like, I want to research venues, because again, I'm a paint and sit business, and I don't have my own studio. I'm a mobile business. So I go out to other venues out there, restaurants, bars, farms, wineries. I mean, really kind of anything. And I do corporate events. And so, one of the biggest goals is going to be to drum up more business and connect with more venues to host the events. And one of the cool benefits of that is, you're like, well, why would the venues want to do that? I mean, I bring in customers. I did one event, and on one of their dead nights, and their bar is usually dead. We brought in 25 people, and it was packed. Those waiters were working their tails off. And so that's really kind of what we're going for, is to add that little extra oomph and excitement that will bring people into those businesses. So everybody kind of wins. The customers who come in have a great time. The venue loves it because they're making money, and I'm happy too because, well, I'm making money. So that's one very key area. So, I want to research a couple of the really cute like destination towns in my area, and like, what are the stores that I would be most excited, or venues and, shops, bakeries, etc., that I'm most excited about getting into, and figure out how to like build relationships with those areas. And I want to kind of target a handful of different, towns. That way I don't completely saturate the market. Because if you're doing too many, events in, one town, there's only so many people, right? And so being able to offer a wide range of venues to reach a wider audience, plus a wider range of interesting products. So yeah, research is, hopefully I can get that done. I also had an interesting boon today that might be really good for my yard card business. I will talk about that more once it's actually happened, because, I don't want to jinx it. In fact, I didn't talk about it, and it still kind of jinxed itself. I was getting geared up to do an interview with a news outlet, like one I'd heard of, and I was like, oh my gosh, because they wanted to, excuse me, learn a little bit more about, how I was affected as, someone who took the deferred resignation package and what was next and what was at stake and all that stuff. And I thought, oh my gosh, what an amazing opportunity. I've just never been approached by the media. However, in order to maintain my package, I'm still considered an employee. So I'm still under my agency's rules. And so I had to run it past my, the press office, and they're like, no. I was like, oh no, but it's okay. On October 1st, I'm open for interviews. Until then, I love you, media. It's okay. And so, you win some, you lose some. So, I had some wins today and some losses. I feel like that's kind of a trend. But again, like every day you learn a little something, and I'm down for that. I'm really down for that. And yes, I've dressed it up a little bit. I've been watching back some of my other videos, and I'm like, that's not how I want to show up. I need to put a little bit of effort in. You're still never going to get me in makeup. I am actually like allergic to makeup. But hey, I got earrings and a necklace on and my clothes match. Okay, I'm done. I'm going to try and get some rest tonight and see if I can get this thing loaded before super late. Because, man, I've been posting it like close to midnight. And I got to get on like a functional schedule so I can get enough sleep, so that I'm well rested, so I can think clearly and all the things.